inflation. Like they keep pushing the vaccines nonstop. They're closing things down. They're mandating it. They're business owners, guys. Like if you guys don't like politics and stuff, I'm not saying you guys got to consume it 24/7, but man, open up your eyes and be educated because it all ties. I won't say every year because we just have only been in Texas for a year now, but we always go back no matter even when we live in California. Like we go to you know. And I think some people are waking up though. I do, you know, because I've seen like a little bit of a turn. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Chris, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. But really quick before we get started with today's discussion, we're doing something new here on the Dynamic Lifestyle Podcast, and that is pay the fee, right? I got this idea from Andy Priscilla, and I think it's brilliant because it's true. You know, every single week, we're showing up for you guys, the listeners, 2 times a week, putting out value, whether it's us on the mic or we're doing, you know, some guests here and there. But guys, all we ask is just leave us a rating and review. It takes no more than like a couple minutes. If you guys don't want to leave a rating and review, okay, cool. Just share this episode out. If it resonated with you, if you got something of value, just tag us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Twitter, like I don't even know what else, but just share it out, you know, share it out to other people. Like our big goal is to, you know, reach more listeners and impact them. So help our mission out by just, you know, paying the fee. And that's really it, right?
Yeah, that's good. Something else we're doing new here too is like, we're doing some of these podcast episodes on YouTube. So this one's on YouTube, obviously. You're watching it, but the setup's different, though. Yeah. Usually we don't look each other face to face when we're doing this.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Got inspired by Joe Rogan on his interview, so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, man. Let's try this out.
I mean, 350 plus episodes in. I mean, we got to change it up sometimes.
Yeah, so hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, just comment below. Just let us know if you like it. If not, we'll switch up the angles. This is for you guys.
Yeah, guys. But just help us out, you know. And if the episode sucks, that's cool too. Like, you could just be like, hey, Chris, Eric, like, this was crap. You know, put out something better.
You don't have to pay the fee. You don't have to pay the fee.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I mean, like we're right here, like a couple days out from Thanksgiving, right? We're putting this out, and it's just crazy how fast just like the whole month of November went. I was telling you this other day, we're already like on November 20th, and like it just flew by, and to where I didn't even realize like, oh man, like Thanksgiving's like next week, and it's insane. And like, I mean, like we're not going anywhere. We're not doing any traveling. And unfortunately, like none of our family's coming over here to Texas to see us. But I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy how fast like this month is gone.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like the whole year's gone fast, but it seems like just like October, November, December is just flying by. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man, let's jump into this. So like today, guys, we want to talk about America's lacking leadership, and you guys will see more of these type of these episodes on our podcast going forward about just us just really talking about what's going on in society. I think it's time. We all need to kind of just, you know, lead and you know, be fearless leaders, courageous leaders. We need more of that. So Chris and I are going to do our part and do the best that we can. So hopefully, you know, this resonates with you. If not, sorry guys, that we can't please everybody, but you know, we're really trying to, you know, just change people's thinking and not have people live in fear going forward. So where I kind of want to start with this, Chris, is just just I want to ask you like your take on just everything that's going on, man. Like just everything that's going on with like COVID, the vaccines, like just like, because we're pretty good at keeping up to date, like on our information, you know, just like our resources and all that. And I think it's great, like to keep yourself educated and more importantly, just stay awake, you know, not be a zombie to what's going on. So I mean, I'm curious, like what are your thoughts about just everything that's going on?
I mean, that's kind of like a broad question because it's like there's a lot going on, and it's like where do I start?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
yeah, that's I could have asked a better question on that.
Man, there's a lot of shit going on, you know. I try not to let that consume me, right? Because it could definitely, you know, consume you and drain you and just mess with your head with all this stuff going on. And then that's what they want. They want you to live in fear, right? And this whole thing that has been going on the past few years is about control. That's what it's about, right? It's control and putting you in fear and to depend on, obviously, the government. If we're listening, you know, talking about the U.S., but I'm sure it's like that in other countries as well, too. But I just do my due diligence by listening, right, and just staying up to date so I know what's going on and I'm educated because one thing, man, before this pandemic, I wasn't educated on like politics and like
we never like really cared for that. And it's kind of dumb of us.
Super dumb. So we swept it under the rug. But ever since that, like these 2 years, I want to be on top of it. I want to be educated. I want to hold a conversation. I want to know what's going on. And I'm seeing how it ties in, politics ties in with money too. Money, wealth, everything that's going on.
Even if you own a business.
If you own a business. Huge. So man, business owners, guys, like if you guys don't like politics and stuff, I'm not saying you guys got to consume it 24/7, but man, open up your eyes and be educated because it all ties in together, you know? But just overall thoughts, like I said, man, I can go super deep on this.
Talk more about the lack of leadership. What's going on?
Yeah, lack of leadership. I mean, you're seeing it all around. People are just scared to stand up and talk about it, right? Because we had Rachel Shear on too. She's a big influencer and she's doing some really cool stuff within functional medicine. But, you know, there's people that have huge followings, right, quote unquote, and they're quote unquote influencers, which I don't think they're influencers, right? They're not really that influensive and they're not like impactful, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what's showing with this lack of leadership is people don't want to stand up and talk about the real shit that's going on. They want to just continue on and just talk about like their business or what's going on like with them and their highlight reels and stuff like that. But no, man, you gotta sprinkle in like what's going on and stand up for like, you know, what you think is right, what's wrong, you know, and just share your thoughts because like your following wants to hear that type of stuff. They don't want to just like listen to like everything you have to say about business or what's going on in your life and then just it's all about you. No, it's about shedding what you feel is going on, you know, in the world, like your thoughts, like all that. And I'm seeing that with leadership is that people don't want to talk about it, right? Because they're scared they're going to lose followers, they're going to have people, they're going to lose clients, or people are going to turn their backs on them, or they're not going to like them, or something like that, right? But dude, you can't serve everybody, right? You can't please everybody. So at the end of the day,
nor should you.
Yeah, you got to stand your ground. You got to speak about what you feel is true to you. And not just they got to be facts, right? They can't just be beliefs and stuff like that. They got to be facts and be accurate if you're going to talk about it, right? But yeah, I think too many people are just sweeping things under the rug and not standing up and being leaders, you know, in their industries or stuff like that. And for us, that's why we were just like, forget this, man. We're going to stand our ground. We're going to talk about this stuff. It's not going to be 24/7. We're going to talk about it, but we're going to sprinkle this in at least like weekly and let people.
I know, my bad. I know you're probably like, dude, why did you do that? I just really quick, and we'll be back to that video. I just want you to join our free Facebook group community for health and fitness coaches looking to get more online clients. So just click the link below in the description box, join it absolutely free. We got some cool stuff in there, a lot of videos, do live trainings every couple of months on there. And we got some cool freebies on there. So just make sure to click the link below, join our free Facebook group for health and fitness coaches that want to level up and get more online clients to create more income, impact, influence, and independence. Back to the video.
Know where we stand and like what our thoughts are.
Yeah, I love it. And it's like I almost feel like, man, it's like if I don't do it, it's just like I'm just being like gosh, I mean, I've gotten really good at not cussing so much, guys, this past year, but just I feel like a little bitch about it. Like if I'm not like, you know, talking about it, or I'm just like hiding, you know, it's just like it's on everyone's mind. Like how is it not? You know, it's like it's inevitable to where it's like you don't come across, oh, like what's going on next? Like what's going to happen next in society? I mean, like. If you ask me like about the leadership, it all starts with the presidency, right? It's like I don't care, like guys, look guys, I'm not gonna get into like who you voted for, like whatever, you know, whatever it's already done with, but you guys are seeing like what like Biden is doing here, right? It's just like it's been a shit show ever since he's been elected in the House, like plain and simple.
Well, dude, the guy's like 85 years old and he's got like dementia, like come on,
exactly,
man,
it's like a joke. Like, I don't know who couldn't argue that. You know, and it's just, you guys see that ever since then, things have just gotten worse and worse. Like we have the inflation, like they keep pushing the vaccines nonstop. They're closing things down. They're mandating that we need cards, like travel stuff. I mean, all this stuff's going on, you know, so that right there is a lack of leadership from a president that is supposed to be the president of the United States of America, one of the best countries, the best country here that has freedom, liberty, everything. It's insane to see what's going on. It's scary to see what's going to go on the next 3 years.
I know,
you know, that's where I just shake my head. I'm like, at some point, like, what are we going to do as Americans to somewhat fight back and stand up for this, right? Because if we don't, like, it's going to end up in some form of like revolution. And what they want, what like Biden and them want, is they want us to live in a communist state. Yeah, that's what they want. Socialist state, absolutely. Yeah. You know, it's if you guys don't see that and really are not catching on that, like again, you are asleep. And this is why we want to talk about this, is to wake the hell up. You know, you have to start listening and be plugged into certain things like this to where you're educating yourself and you're just like, you're asking questions like, oh, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't seem right. This is weird. Like, why are they doing this? And that's my whole thing, is it's like, that's a form of lack of leadership, what's going on. And just look at like the inflation rates, gas prices, groceries, everything. Like, it's not going to stop because of what happened about like just printing all that money, and they then thinking that it's okay that, you know, oh, like Americans will be okay, but it's like, let's just raise up inflation, let's raise up like, you know, taxes so we can pay back that debt and let us like kind of like, you know, suffer.
Yeah, and I feel for those that have families, man. You know, like I feel for you guys. Like it's just it's not fair. It sucks. You know. So, geez, you know, I don't know what to say about that. I don't have a family like that with kids, but I can only imagine what this inflation is doing, you know, to you guys. And so, just respect, guys, and props. Just keep your head up, keep fighting. That's all you guys can do. Just be really good examples for your kids, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a lot of. We can do a whole hour episode, just kind of what's going on and stuff like that. But yeah, let's stick with the leadership part, you know. And I think if people don't start waking up and stop living in fear, you know, this shit's gonna keep going on and get worse, you know. And I think some people are waking up, though. I do, you know, because I've seen like a little bit of a turnaround and stuff like that, which is good, man. Because
I mean, even like a couple weeks ago, I saw like a protest out here in Frisco.
Yeah.
You know?
So you see people are waking up. They're seeing what's going on. They're not being fooled anymore with this whole like COVID crap going on. So it's good. You guys got to stand up. You know, you guys got to stop living in fear and FUD too, which is like fear. It's uncertainty and it's doubt. You know, you guys got to stop living in that. It's not going to do you any good these next 3 years, right? If you guys are waiting for the next like presidential election or anything like that, like you guys have to stand up too. You guys have to do your part, just like we're doing our part, like this podcast, our posts on social media. That's all we can do. That's all we can control. We can't control anything else, guys. But you can control like doing your part every single day and having a voice and speaking out there and sticking your flagpole in the ground and being a leader.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, it's insane. And just something I didn't even share, like in the beginning, we talked about like, I mean, like the holidays and stuff, right? So usually we go back to California, at least like for Christmas or Thanksgiving every year. Well, I won't say every year because we just have only been in Texas for a year now, but we would always go back no matter, even when we lived in California, like we'd go to Thanksgiving or Christmas. But this year, it's like we were trying to get like my mom and my brother to come out here, you know, to come to like, you know, Texas for, you know, Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I mean, the flights are just so like astronomically just like expensive because
$1,000 per person.
Of what's going on. Like a round trip to like California to Texas, like almost $1,000. Like it's a joke. And not even to mention that, like there's layovers, like there's a possibility that the flights might get canceled. I mean, recently, like American Airlines like canceled how many flights?
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane, guys. Like if you're not seeing these little things, like what the heck? Like what are you paying attention to? You know, so I don't know. It's really frustrating, and it's like for us, like I kind of told myself like I'm not going to play into this. I'm not going to, you know, pay an airline and feed back into the government's plan just to go spend a holiday with my family, which sucks. It really does suck, but it's like to me, I need to stand my ground with that and not give into the system.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, I wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else, man? Like anything else you want to talk about? Just like in the context of just like America lacking leadership, just anything that's on your mind, like anything that you possibly fear. I mean, I just want to be open and transparent.
No, I don't fear too much about that other stuff. I don't play into it and stuff. Like, I mean, what I just fear is people not standing up and waking up and seeing what's really going on. That's it. You know, I'm thinking that like somebody on a white knight and a white horse is gonna like sit and save them, and it's just not gonna happen. You got to do your part. So that's what I fear. But other than that, I can only control what I can every single day. My thoughts, my attitude, my emotions. That's all I can control, man. So I really tell other people, like our students, like those are the things you can control, and you just got to do your part. You know. So other than that, then. You know, I really don't know what else.
Yeah, which that's a really good point. Real quick, is just that the importance of like being around community, right? Like a belonging community of like, you know, like-minded individuals. People are going to push you. People that like, you know, are being educated to where it's like, yeah, you might have a bad day. You might read an article on the news. You might see something that might discourage you, right? What you said, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But it's like you have that community to kind of fall back on. Right, and recently I heard this where someone said isolation kills and community heals.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about that in another podcast.
So one more time, isolation kills, community heals, and it's so true. Everyone needs community right now. Yep. So yeah, guys, like I'm telling you, just even though America's lacking leadership and most of the stuff that's going on, it's like they're out of our control.
Yeah.
I've always said, control your controllables and don't worry about your uncontrollables. So focus on your controllables now. You can control your thoughts, your attitudes, and your actions every single day. You don't have to live in fear. You can choose faith. You can live spirit-led. You can still continue to build your business, create impact, help people. You can still educate yourself with politics, what's going on, become more financially literate, build your skill sets up, become more valuable, right? Earn more income going forward, you know, when hopefully some of this crap blows over, if it does, but it doesn't matter. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to sit there and pump the brakes and again, like feed into what like the government wants you guys to do. So that's where I'll end this. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And once again, if you guys found value in this episode, please, you know, share it out to people. I think more than anything right now, people need to hear messages like this. Leave a rating and review, and I think that's really it. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah. All right, guys.